Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wicked Sports. Still sick, so voice still isn't all there, but it's slowly coming back. This is our weekly Red Wings breakdown. We go over this week's Red Wing games, go over what's going to happen next week too. It's also going to be a little bit later in the week with all the football stuff going on and the Red Wings playing later this week. I'm going to try and manage everything around the schedule, but we're going to go over the games from last week. First, they played on Tuesday to start the year. They went into San Jose, played a good game, ended up beating the Sharks 5-3.
Yeah, that was probably maybe I think that was like the worst played game of the week, but yeah, they did. You're going to win ugly, win the game. That's all that matters. I mean, and not every game is going to be beautiful. Not everything's going to be, what fans want. So I mean, I thought they played really really well. They're starting to gel again. They've surprised us because before the week, I think we all thought, geez,
we don't know if they were going to even make it through the week.
Right, and they swept the week.
They outshot San Jose. They outhit San Jose. They won more faceoffs. They've been on a streak with the penalty kill, and they haven't let up a power play goal in like 9 straight games. They are doing really, really well.
It's amazing. Their penalty kill has been off the charts.
That's ever since Patrick Kane's joined the team. I don't know if he's on the penalty kill. I haven't paid attention that much. But you go into LA too, and you end up beating them in a shootout. Lyman has been playing at like every single game this week. So I don't know if he's probably going to get the start against the Oilers because it's a little bit of a break. But he played every game. He won the shootout against the Kings. You ended up being down 2-0 in the first period very early on. You came back. You beat the Kings. That was probably the best played game of the week, even though you were outshot massively because the Kings had 43 shots like we predicted. They were going to get a bunch of shots on that.
Did. Lyon,
but like Lyon has been playing great.
The week of Lyon because he played amazing all week long. And yeah, the LA is a tremendous. They're a Stanley Cup contender. They're a legit team. And again, we showed what we can do when you show up. You just got to play your ass off and commit to the thing. It's hard, I know, over a grind of 80 some games, but that's what I think is their main problem is they don't always play with passion, with desperation. And that's what, I mean, it's been such a fun week watching them play like this because they have it in them to do this. It's just how long can they continue?
Yeah, they ended up the week facing a bad Ducks team, ended up beating them 3-2, almost blew it again.
Personally, I think that was the most fun game to watch all week long. The Anaheim Ducks are a fun team to watch. They are reckless. They play reckless. And it was fun. I mean, and we won our first game scoring 3 goals.
Yeah.
Or less. Lyon played great.
It was a normal game. 31 shots on net by the Ducks.
Right.
You had 28. You won more faceoffs. You out-hit them. And again, that penalty kill has just been great because you had to kill 4 penalty kills, and you did all 4, and you ended up getting out of that game. Like I said, you've been playing great hockey to start the year. You started the year sweeping California.
Larkin took another cheap shot to the back with a big cross check and stuff. I don't know what it is. That guy seems to be a target for these teams.
That's because no one's sticking up, and they can't get anything done. But hey, you go into the next week. It's not going to be the easiest week again. You are going against a lot of teams this month that are on par or better than you. And it's going to continue this week. At least you got that break from California. You're going to be playing Thursday night at home against a resurging Oilers team at a 20-15-1 record.
Playing hot.
They have come back from their horrible start of the season. We were able to write them off at the beginning of the season.
What is their streak right now?
And they have come back. I have not paid attention to what their streak is, but they have come back. They're averaging 3.5 goals a game, just like you. Letting up about 3 goals a game, just like you. They are averaging about 5 more shots on net and about 4 shots less given up per game.
Yeah, I'm sure if you cut that in half to where they were, like you said, beginning, they have probably been just freaking.
They're on the way back. They have a power play percentage of 26% and a penalty kill of 80.
That's amazing. They got talent. That Edmonton is a freaking dynamo when they're on their game. And
You yourself have moved up to a 21% power play and an 81% penalty kill for that streak that we've been on.
I don't think we're playing any teams up until Ottawa this whole entire month. In the last game of Ottawa.
Yep. Everyone has 20 wins or more.
Has
and the Lightning at 19.
But
you do. It is going to be a fun month of watching teams you are as competitive as the rest of the month. But you, like I said, Oilers, and then you get a couple days breaks until you're going to go play the Kings on Saturday at home. And again, you beat them pretty well. I mean, you went to a shootout. You kept up with them in LA, so you're going to come home. Again, I expect Leinen probably to get 1, maybe 2 starts this week because of how he's been playing. And the Kings, again, 3.3 goals a game, only letting up about 2.4. So you're going to have to play exactly the same way you played last time you played them to even make it out. I mean, their power play is 19, but their penalty kill is an 87%. So power play goals are not going to be something you're going to be getting on the LA Kings easily. And then you play Sunday. Not many people are going to be watching this game because of the Lions.
Watch the first period.
But they play Sunday against the Maple Leafs in Toronto.
I'll be watching.
And again,
I won't.
It's not going to be the easiest game for the Wings, but it's going to be a fun week. Toronto just signed Nylander to an 8-year, $92 million contract. So they're paying him. He's, I think, the highest paid Leaf right now over Matthews.
Wow.
So they just threw their money.
Keep doing that.
They just threw money into Nylander and Matthews, so they're not going to have that much cap space going forward. But 25% power play, 78% penalty kill, letting up, again, 3.5 goals a game. 3 goals a game and scoring 3.5. So it's pretty average throughout the week of what you've been dealing with for the most part through the year.
And even though we're kind of disappointed at our defense this year, if you look league-wide, scoring is way up. So, I mean, I think it's just a trend right now. Not a lot of people that, that you expected to play better. Dallas is giving up a lot of goals. Oettinger, whatever, I forgot. That guy isn't playing well. And he's supposed to be a star. So I think it's just a trend in the league. We're going through some weird things. Again, we got to just take this 1 week at a time, 1 game at a time, and hope to come out of January above 500. Hope to come out of, then same goal for next month, come out of February above 500. And then you got to
just keep on working.
Keep on working. That's all you can do.
Right now, you're 4 games above 500, which is good. Like I said, I expect us to maybe only win 2 of the games, and you ended up sweeping California. This week, I don't know. We were coming off a long break from California, coming into, again, a hot Edmonton team at home. Can you beat them? That is the question mark.
And the good thing is, too, is we're getting a good break here up until we play the next game. They were saying, once we got Patrick Kane, they did not have a hell of a lot of time to practice with him. It was like game and game and game and game.
But he's playing well.
They weren't getting a lot of, really good practices in.
But they've still been doing well with him.
He has been off. I way better.
Way more than we expected him to.
Way better. That guy's hands are amazing. Every game, every time he's on the ice, he's making some kind of, otherworldly pass. That just shows you, I mean, the difference. We have not had a superstar on our team. And while I'll say at 35 is Patrick Kane a superstar, I'll say his hands are a superstar's hands. At least that much of them. The guy has superstar skills in certain ways.
And honestly, we'll see what we get for him if we can't make the playoffs. If they don't feel confident that we can make the playoffs.
I'm hearing he wants to stay.
But that's also I'm hearing. They might trade him, but they also might keep him and extend him for how he's playing because you got to DeBrincat for another 3-4 years at least.
Yeah, maybe give him a couple-year extension.
And he can play with DeBrincat. And if he's playing this way for the rest of his career, screw it. I don't care. Keep him on the team. He's playing great. And he can help the young guys as they come up.
I mean, you need veteran leadership. And the thing is, like you've always been saying, is that, we want to say that Eisman's been here 5 years. Well, really, it's only been the last couple that these bad contracts have come off the books. So,
and you're still paying Franz and the applicator money.
Right.
So technically, he doesn't have all the free money in the world because he's dealing with the other 2 contracts.
And it may be
from the
slow
past.
progress, but it is progress. He's gotten better every year. We seem to be, at least in general, maybe it isn't the biggest, jumps that we'd like, but
And let's say if a total collapse happens this year, let's say we go and we end up saying, you know what, Lalonde's done. Guess who's out there for us to sign as a coach? You got Gallant. Bring him.
He's the taskmaster.
He helped Vegas get to a cup. He's helped the Rangers do well.
He's a hard ass, man. He's not likable.
But he has gotten teams far, and if you wanted to do it, go ahead. I wouldn't have a problem with it. With how he's done with other teams. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think Lalonde's doing well, and he'll be here for at least a couple more years.
Yeah, you got to give him at least one more year.
But looking at this week with the prediction-wise, I want to say we can win 2 of the games, but we might only end up with 1 of them. I don't know if this long break is good for us.
2 out of 3 would be great.
2 out of 3 would be fantastic. I said that last week, and then we ended up sweeping. Oilers are hot. I don't know if you can beat them after a long break. You might be able to beat the Kings. But then back-to-back games between the Kings and the Maple Leafs. I don't know how you're going to necessarily get 3 out this week or even 2 out this week.
That first game's important. Edmonton is important.
If you could get by Edmonton, you might be able to win 2 games this week. That is the problem. Game. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to say they win probably 1 game this week, go 1-2. That's my prediction.
Yeah, that's the smart thing. I mean, when you're looking at it, you're going, yeah, but I'm hoping that they get 2. I think this team is starting with Patrick Kane is starting to gel, and we're starting to get how to play. And it's just a matter of playing with desperation. Go out there and want it more than the other team.
We are currently sitting tied in the last wild card spot for anyone who cares about the standings.
Right.
So we are tied at 44 points, only 3 points out of 3rd place in our division behind Toronto. All the wild card teams are from the Metropolitan Division right now. 3 teams in front of us for the wild card. So it's either division or last wild card spot for us. At the moment, both are still alive. And even Boston currently is 10 games up with the lead of our division. So that's 5 games up. But with all that being said, let me know what you think down in the comments. Share the video around, right? Do all the usual stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, we'll see everybody
Go in.
soon.